Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That is huge.
Congratulations to Kristen Tatar. This is her very first Pro Tour win.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 Discraft Great Lakes Open champion, Natalie Ryan.
And your champion, Scoggins. Wire-to-wire victory. I mean, she had a share of the lead at all times. Unreal. Holyn just put the gas on early, and every single hole, it seemed like, cruised to victory.
Hello and welcome to the 2025 Discraft Great Lakes Open presented by Garrett J. Verberg & Co. They're a candy company, licorice, and more. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
And more. We are out at the Tobaggan course. You guys know it. We slog through it every year. I believe it's 5 miles, 15 flights of stairs, and the roughest rough you've ever seen.
70.
Is it?
No, I think it's 45.
Oh my.
It's 45 flights of stairs and 4.4 miles.
Yikes.
It's crazy out here, and this is some of those miles right here on hole one. This flyover looks like it was done many moons ago. It looks wildly different. Lots of overgrowth on that left side. This is always plays as one of the hardest holes for FPO. Not really considered FPO in this design. OB everywhere. Basket's elevated, and it's just like kind of out of reach for everyone except for maybe the top 10 elite distance throwers.
And that's kind of the story of every single par 3 out here. Owen won this event 2 years ago without birdieing a single par 3, I believe.
Yep. Unbelievable. And what a great storyline also. Paige with a very impressive backhand shot. She's our first check-in. She's in circle 2 on the elevated basket, and she is in for birdie.
What a start.
Yeah. This is the most difficult hole again today.
Wow.
So what a good start.
Paige won this event in 2019 and 2020.
She is the reigning Discraft Great Lakes Open champion from Grapevine, Texas, Holyn, Handley.
Holyn, who won this event last year, coming off a bit of a slump. Some people say she's done.
Yeah. Let's feed the trolls some more.
Yeah. What
I
a
heard
huge
Holyn's
forehand
washed.
to start.
And getting to circle 2 is incredible, especially with a forehand. Big flex on distance.
Four-time D-Glow champion and a two-time world champion from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Catrina Allen.
Did they say 4-time D-Glow champ?
Did they? I'm trying to see. My records don't go back that far.
Yeah, and we have they've been having this event, I believe, since the early 2000s. They had the World Championships at this course in 2000. I learned that from Terry Miller today. So
It's been 13 years as an Elite Series event.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, not the type of course, though, that you can really break in. Off the fairway stays pretty brutal. So it's super important to keep it between the lines. Missy is very good at staying in the fairway.
Big backhand here from Missy. Pushing that right side, though. And she's going to find out of bounds.
She's a former D-Glow champion, and she is your reigning world champion from Los Angeles, California, Scoggins.
Super champ.
Yeah. She's also coming off, first, second, first, her last 3 events. Coming
Since
to
Worlds?
I think that
Includes
includes
Worlds.
Worlds, yeah.
Oh, and starting off with a forehand. This is going very straight, but has plenty of time to make its way back in bounds.
I feel like we should talk about that big inflatable shoe because I'm a fan.
It's a pretty cool course decoration. Not just another flag banner.
Missy gonna chip this one up with a sidearm. Probably the most typical play on the second shot here.
So we can see our lead or our feature cards shots. Catrina and Missy going out of bounds, where a lot of people do throwing backhands. I would say it's pretty hot on the heat map over here, but in general, not many people getting to the putting surface. You see a ton of shots from this distance that are just like long jump putts or little chip approaches. Only 3 competitors got to circle 2 in regulation. I mean, yeah, and Paige was one of those we got to watch in the check-in, and only 1 competitor got to circle 1 in regulation.
Even having one person get there is pretty incredible. Holyn not going to mess around with this elevated basket.
I got to watch that one person. It was Raven Klein.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
With the big old flex, I'm sure.
But there was only 1 birdie today. We got to watch it.
Oh, Raven.
Yeah, it was just a teeny bit low.
Still cool to get inside the circle.
And yeah, I think I said it already. This again played as the most difficult hole of the day.
I think with the changes this year, this is the hardest this course has played. This will be the hardest layout.
Yeah, I think so too. Although, you know, FPO does continue to get better and better at a pretty striking rate. It's really incredible and crazy to watch everyone shoot better on courses that do continue to get more difficult. But
True.
The main thing here is the rough is just really rough. So it made practice rounds kind of difficult. You end up losing discs. You spend a lot of time off the fairway just gathering your shots.
Hole 2, an uphill par 4. It's 426 feet. We're in the farther iteration that we've seen. It used to be right at the top of this toboggan hill, but it's pushed back maybe 50 feet or so, making it significantly harder. The birdie rate definitely drops off. I think it was the easiest hole on the course in the shorter position. No elevated basket this year. We've seen that in the past. No out of bounds either, so just get a shot as far as you can up the hill and then crest the hill on your second. The MPO has a new pin position on the right, and I'm a little bummed we don't get to play that one as an alternate.
Yeah, Paige in a perfect spot with that drive to check out that new pin location. But
I think it's a cool addition.
Yeah, I think so too. Here she is getting up to the top of the hill and sliding even into the bullseye, making this hole look easy. I think she's just throwing a fierce on that second shot.
Yeah, that second shot can be tough being blind, having to throw nose up. You see a lot of people find kind of the edge of the circle, but not necessarily be parked.
This played as the 3rd easiest hole of the day today, even with the new basket. But yeah, I guess everyone's just got to figure it out.
Holyn, though, on that left side, gonna have some trouble over there.
And
likely.
if you're gonna mess up, that's not a bad place to be as long as you're close to the top of the berm. Especially with her distance, she will be able to get up, something likely up and over the hill. It's just about getting it close to that basket.
Own in a decent spot. Holyn holds the course record here at 10 down last year, round 3.
Wow.
Oh, roller up the hill. Didn't totally work. She'll be in a similar spot as Holyn. Is this one that has the elevation on the T signs?
Ooh.
That would be cool to know.
It had before, but I don't see it on there this year.
Dang. Maybe I'll look up last year because this is so far uphill. It's crazy. And it's so hard to get power from this uphill run up. Catrina leaving it a little low, but should be fine for par.
Pretty fortunate that she was able to get a run up from off the fairway. It can be pretty dense. Missy in a pretty typical location. You see this all the time, barely cresting the hill and sliding up inside the circle. She'll have a putt. You see a lot of competitors shorting it just a little bit and landing early left. I feel like that's the hottest spot on the heat map. Own with the forehand on the second shot. I love this play, but that takes such an enormous amount of power.
Ooh, last year's has it. 76 feet of elevation.
Good call.
Ah. Feels like 200.
It sure does.
Hauling up
76 is so
No,
much.
it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is a
crazy.
lot.
Yeah, you have so many run-ups, or like Catrina is here opting for a standstill shot, but you have so many of those run-ups that are so steeply uphill that it changes the entire way that you approach the disc. Some players opting to throw a little bit flatter and kind of turning their back to the line. Some players just trying to go straight up the hill, but it does sometimes cause some early releases. It's very weird.
Yeah, unique set of challenges here at the Tobaggan course.
Missy in for her first birdie of the day, back to even par. She's 1 of 16 on hole 2 today.
It's so critical to attack these par 4s and get those birdies.
Yeah, every time you miss a par 3, you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
1 of my 8.
Yeah,
that
right.
I was going to try to get today.
We did count them yesterday. Yeah. I think I only have 7 that I can get out here
I have
to
9,
birdie.
but 2 are bonuses.
Yeah.
Catrina, man, just a little bit short off the top of the cage. So even par at this course used to be right around top 10. I think this year it's going to play a little bit different just because people are so comfortable and confident with their distance drivers. But that's just a guess. We also did have some pretty calm conditions today. It got windier as the day went on, so the feature card is definitely having to deal with it. But tomorrow it's supposed to pick up pretty heavily.
Is it? And it was perfect and sunny and calm in practice, so should be interesting.
Yeah. Now it's cold and windy.
Hi, what's up guys? It's Paul. I'm here to tell you that today's video is sponsored by Vessi. Some of my favorite features that Vessi gives you is they are waterproof, not water resistant, waterproof. Big difference there, keep your foot completely dry. Of course, when you find a shoe, you want comfort. That's exactly what Vessi gives you. It's the most comfortable shoe that I've ever played in. When we're playing on the tour, we're playing a lot of rounds. We're covering a lot of ground, so you need to make sure that you have a comfortable shoe, and that's exactly what Vessi gives you. So you have comfort, they're also waterproof, but the most important part about having a great shoe on tour is the grip. These work well on concrete, turf, fairway, bad situations. Best grip that I've ever had as far as a shoe goes. I started wearing Vessi Stormburst this year. I absolutely fell in love with them. You can get them in the high top, the low top. Like I said already, that the grip is fantastic and they look pretty cool too. If you want to give Vessi a shot, you can get 15% off your first order. All you have to do is go to vessi.com/JomezPro. That's vessi.com/JomezPro for 15% off.
Hole 3, we had the same hole last year, but this year they did give us a little bit more room on the tee shot. You can see over to the left side that out of bounds line is pulled back just a little bit. It's cleared out nicely as well, so if you do fade at the end of the flight, you do have some room. Your second shot ideally is going to come up somewhere just short of the OB, or maybe if you feeling like dropping a bomb, you can go over to the left side in that little skinny area. It's wide enough to feel comfortable throwing a distance driver. Your third, sometimes you're blind to the basket, but hopefully you are able to see it, and it's a nice little chip shot up to the green. It is elevated this year. I can't remember if it was last year or not, but it helps you be able to see the basket from a lot more places on the fairway. Paige dropping a bomb off the tee here.
Yeah, she's going to be able to go for eagle so comfortably.
A lot of players just pulling out fairway drivers or mid-ranges or even putters off the tee. Paige just attacking, going all the way down. She's able to even throw her second shot up to pin high. She's going to be left kind of near the edge of circle 2. Wow. And a potential tap and birdie here from just outside the bullseye. Nice.
What a start from Paige. Holyn always looked like she's just going to throw it to the moon.
Yeah.
Looks like a pretty stable disc here. What a good angle. As long as that doesn't fade out too much, I think that's so good.
That looks a lower speed, too. I like the play. They kind of floated.
A Z Athena.
Okay. Missy probably with a thrasher.
Yep.
Doing what she does.
Thrashing. And this is classic to be pinned up on the berm and give you some weird footing, but it's still an easy birdie from there. Owen disking down to a rock 3 here. A pretty classic play to make sure you stay in bounds. And as long as you land safe, you're pretty confident getting that birdie.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take off a lot and still get the birdie. Ooh.
Too much. This one had, at least when I came through, a little bit of a headwind.
Yeah, you couldn't feel it at the tee pad
Exactly.
though, because there's this like infamous bowl effect that happens down here in the bottom of these holes. And you can never quite predict what the wind is going to do it, or even if there is any. Today it was, I think, a majority headwind, but once you got down there, sometimes it was a little bit left to right cross as well. But confusing because you could not feel it way up high on the hill.
That's a good shot from where Owen is. I've never seen anyone perfectly in the middle of that little line.
I was today.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's weird up there.
Yeah, it looks weird. Missy in the more typical spot, just right on the edge of the berm. And that's going to be just fine, barely. And I'm surprised this one, it said it averaged like just right about even par. And I would say this is one of the ones you're chalking up for a birdie.
Yeah.
Surprised it didn't average under par. I think we'll see that as the weekend progresses, pending the weather, of course.
I bet the main thing is that people either that go right where Catrina went into the rough,
Yeah.
or going left and getting that OB stroke, it makes it a par immediately.
Yeah, but going right makes it a bogey most of the time. I'm straight. Yeah, like look, Catrina, a super far thrower, she's still outside the circle trying to save her par because she was OB early right.
Yeah.
It makes the second shot an odd, tight tunnel. Like you can't really comfortably throw a backhand, or at least not a hyzer.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty punishing tee shot. But if you land it safe, it is a very straightforward birdie, like Erika said after that. Missy's third. She can probably just barely see the basket.
Oh, perfect.
It's funny, though. Once you get down here, you can't feel any wind at all. Like, now the green is so calm. Holyn, guns out.
Ooh, eagle bid. Sure tucked. All right.
Here's Catrina to save a par.
Yep. I did the same thing. I'm going OB left. I mean, I'm keeping it in bounds tomorrow.
Here's Owen for birdie.
Just an inch high.
There were 2 eagles today. One from Jennifer Allen, one from Elisa Midling.
Yeah, always cool to have a hole on the course that often multiple people eagle per round. We don't get a whole lot of those during the season.
And there were only 11 birdies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting spread.
Yeah, I think this hole is really intimidating once you get into the tournament. During practice, you're like, oh, middle, fairway, mid. It doesn't matter. It's in the middle. You come out to the tournament, you're like, wait a second, this is kind of narrow.
We're up here.
Yeah, we're high. We're really high.
Some nice birdies from Holyn and Missy. Catrina going to card the bogey there. Own all pars so far.
Playing disc golf in a hoodie is just setting up for a day of fighting your own hood.
That thing slapped her in the face so hard.
That's how they are. I don't know why people do that.
I never do.
Me
I
neither.
can't.
Me neither.
Hole 4, a pretty attackable par 4. Technical, though, even though it's only 508 feet. The drone is flying to the left, which I think is the most predominant play. You can go out to the right of that tree as well. No matter what, you end up kind of in that grouping of trees down there and often have a low ceiling or a difficult upshot to this basket perched on a hillside. They added some logs a few years ago that took away a lot of the ground play. You used to kind of skip it into the green. Now you have to get it up there in the air.
Yeah, you really feel the effects of the low ceiling on the second shot.
This one, it's like not quite a bonus, but to me, I'm not like chalking it up like, yeah, I got it every time.
Yeah,
Because you never quite know what you're going to work with on the second shot.
I put it on my scorecard as a birdie, but like if I don't get it, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like it's fine. And it's just because of this tee shot. I was actually kind of conflicted on whether or not a majority of the field went left or right, because I was practicing left, loved the left, but then it just felt so narrow this year. Like all the trees.
It is
feel
more
really
narrow
big.
this year. I'm going right this year.
Me too. And so I was wondering if people were doing this hyzer play. I love this play.
It's a great play.
I think so too. Sometimes you can be
But-
like, own is going to be pinched off a little bit if you push too straight. You have to come in just a tiny bit earlier than that. But I don't know. I feel like it's a less risky play.
I feel the same way.
Unless you can throw a shot like this.
This is
great.
An insanely good shot from Catrina.
Really pretty hyzer flip. I think she's going to be in a perfect spot. The landing zone's kind of small. We'll see.
Missy and Holyn catching the main tree to avoid often leaves you with an awkward run up like this. Honestly, that's a lot of power from where she was, but Missy's going to be on that left side, maybe in circle 2 in the rough.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of the story at D-Glow. Sometimes once you're out of position on the tee shot, it's almost not worth it to go for it because you can end up like we see Missy in the rough on the left, Owen in the rough on the right. And it just makes it so difficult to recover your par after that. So it's just kind of about how much risk you want to take. Holyn trying to do a big like flexing sidearm shot, and that was friendly to kick back in the fairway, but a lot of times you find yourself in some pretty weird places trying to save par.
Catrina in about as good a place as you're ever going to land. Nailed it. And finding one of the last logs there. Bummer. A few years ago, that would have been parked.
Here's Owen in a very weird place for her par save. And she trickles through some branches and gets inside the circle.
Yeah, was it you telling me about the 4-year cutting schedule? I thought the rough was supposed to be cut this year.
Yeah, so here's the rough. I believe I've heard from the parks people that it's on a 4-year schedule. This is year 4. It was supposed to be cut this year, but the World Championships is next year. So I'm wondering if they delayed it a year and they're going to have it looking real spiffy for the World Championships.
A good
next
hypothesis.
Year. I don't know. Honestly, with how it is right now, it seems like they would need a full year to get it under control.
Own missing, little high right.
Yeah, it's hard to say when you have a public park in a kind of in cahoots with the planning. You never quite know what they're going to say, what they're going to allow.
Very true. Also, just fun to say the word cahoots. Am I right?
Yeah, been trying to get that one in commentary for a while.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
I found the spot.
Your goals for the year.
Cahoots. There were only 3 birdies on hole 4 today. I'm a little surprised by that. Yeah, Kylie Kohut, Kelly Foster, and Rebecca Cox. We will see more.
Yeah, but I think you're right though. That left side tee shot I think is harder than it's been in past years.
Definitely.
Presenting the Discraft Ledgestone Edition trading cards from Brixton. 50 cards celebrating Discraft's legacy and leadership in the sport of disc golf. Available now on shopledgestone.com.
Hole 5, a beautiful hole, but look at that distance. With 480 feet to cover, this hill is not as enough help as you need. It's not enough help for me to finish this whole review either.
I believe.
There's some out of bounds on the backside of the green that comes into play quickly. So come in softly on your third shot.
Your third, huh? We're going for them. Checking
on
in.
Your bogey, come in nice and soft.
Wow, Henna.
Wow. That is
3 shots better than you said.
She's not going by the book.
You do not see people park this one.
And that feels like an eagle.
Yeah, typically if there's birdies, it's like a circle 2, often in the rough kind of a look at it.
Yeah, this, it's 480, plays every bit of 480. Holyn's going to give it a chance by giving it this nice height. But there isn't...
So typical, though, to fade out.
And land.
Ooh. She was going to go past it, actually. That was great.
Yeah, what a friendly little roll, too.
Yeah, oh, nice.
So you can see there's an early tree on the left. Holyn doesn't even worry about that.
No,
God,
she pipes it.
She's got so much power to not have to flex it at all. Man.
That is so satisfying.
I love the little bumps, little bumps on the roll.
Bravo. Good choice, editing team.
Ooh, love this play from Missy. And people that are pulling out distance drivers and going for it, this is what you typically see.
Yeah.
Right around edge of circle 2 or circle 3. You see this a lot as well, trying to work a hyzer flip line, but just coming out a little flat and fading to the right.
Catrina gets far enough where she might be able to save par. Own has gone forehand here in the past.
Has she? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a wild play. That's why I specifically remember it, because no one else does it. I tried it this year.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd it work?
In practice, great.
Yeah. Classic. And the rough on the right side is a little bit more open than the left side, but
Not much more.
No, there's a lot more trees and a lot less undergrowth. So kind of a pick your poison thing. And there is poison ivy out here. But wow, look at this third shot coming into the green nice and softly, just like I said in the whole preview.
Chock full of information, that preview. Own working a nice little hyzer line. Going to park it on her second. It's well done.
That is the kind of the tester distance. Really, really great shot from Own. Missy with a technical little sidearm from a knee. So good.
Good for it.
So we saw Holyn getting to circle. Oh, she's in the bullseye, isn't
In the
she?
yeah, with that tree's help. She was going to be pretty deep.
Ooh, nice bogey save from Catrina. That third shot was amazing. Holyn, one of 4 people to get to circle 1 in regulation, one of only 2 people to park it. So cool. There were 4 birdies on hole 5 today. Besides
Nice.
Holyn and Henna. Kylie Kohut, dang, she got the last one too.
Nice.
And Taylor Chosek.
That's crazy that there was more birdies on this one than hole 4.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is crazy. That's a cool birdie to get. I can dream.
Holyn leading the field at 3 down. Hole 6. This is one everyone's thinking birdie. It's only 419 feet. It's very strategic, though. You see a lot of ladies just pulling out mid-ranges, maybe even a putter, and laying up to the top of this hill right here, leaving yourself open gap and some nice footing to get across. You see a lot of forehands on the second, or just kind of a straight or slightly turning backhand, again with a slow speed disc. You do see some ladies try to throw something hard with a backhand and get into the ditch and then just pitch up, but you're often left with an awkward shot. So it's kind of a roll of the dice. And you occasionally, very rarely, see a flex forehand kind of aggressive play. Silva trying the layup. She's going to end up a little on that right side, can leave for some obstructed. It's obstructed.
Approaching.
Yeah. You said it.
Paige going to be pinned up on a tree. She still is able to swing, but this is a tough little shot here. Okay, all right.
Very tough shot.
Ooh.
Love it.
Oh, no. Filtering down the hill. She'll be in circle 2. Here's Silva with a similar patent pending type stance. This one a little bit more open, though. But with trees pretty quickly out of her hand.
That right side where Paige landed is definitely hot on the heat map. And a nice effort from Silva there. She, I believe, is inside the circle.
This is so steep. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
What a nice little floaty nose-up putt.
And impressive to get power in a stagger stance from the bottom of that hill.
Silva in as well for the birdie, bringing her back to even par. Silva and Page, 2 of only 14 birdies on hole 6. This one usually plays as one of the easier holes today, the 4th easiest hole of the day. Holyn going to be pinched on the right side. There is not much to work with over there, but she's got a pretty spicy forehand.
Yeah, last year, throughout all the rounds, Ford is 44% birdies on this hole. It averaged 3.65, so yeah, usually plays pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Owen looking for that to get a little bit more fade. And yeah, that'll be just fine.
Yeah, she's about 4 feet to the left of where Silva just was.
I like how Catrina does standstills for these shorter shots off the tee.
Yep, nice little placement shot.
Catrina going forehand on the second.
And here you just want it to slow down. Just slow down.
Hopefully that stuck. Solid shot. Oof.
Yeah, Holyn trying to work a little teeny gap.
Oh, wow.
She does.
She works it good. It looked like Holyn was throwing into just an absolute wall there.
It sure did. Oh, Missy a little out of position, doesn't quite get the full flex.
Owen working the forehand and checking up nicely.
Wow, 31 out of 46 competitors got at least to circle 2 in regulation, but still only 14 birdies. There was like a force field around this basket today.
A lot of times the circle 2s though are like what Missy just had,
That's
or
true.
this. It's not a friendly circle 2.
That's true.
Or the force field. I can't decide.
18 players got to circle 1 in regulation, and I think we'll see more than that in days to come.
Owen's still not able to find the green on the scorecard. You can feel her frustration.
These par 3s were the ones that she was playing perfectly last year. She was getting like
All the
every
4s?
one. Yeah.
She really was.
And Holland's going to stack another birdie, 4 down through the last 6 holes.
Like I said, washed up.
I talked to her after Idlewild, and she was like, I'm just getting through this one and trying to get to D-Glow.
She's like
God.
excited about
Yeah.
it. She would.
I know.
Road trips can be unpredictable because road trips aren't just about the destination. They're about the journey. At Outing, we believe in savoring the journey. These moments deserve to be enjoyed fully. Sip and smile. Connect with the moments in between. Because the journey is the story.
Hole 7, this one always plays as one of the more difficult holes, and largely due in part probably to the OB all the way down the left and right side. It feels like it's just a little bit more pinched this year as well, and it definitely is on the second shot here on the left side. You can see it down, just pulled off the rough a bit. This green is sloped as well on all sides, so if you hit the basket in any way, you can find yourself rolling out of bounds deep, right, or short. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, this one, they added that left side OB last year.
Oh, was last year the first year?
Yeah, I believe so. I could absolutely be wrong, but I really think it was.
It's hard to remember because they keep adding them and taking them away.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. And the right side used to also be a lot wider, so it's quite narrow.
It was like pulled back into the woods so you could still scramble a little bit from the rough.
Now you really have to get this tee shot as far as these ladies are to be able to attack. That's beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of tee shots land on the left side, kind of behind those two dominant trees you can see. And it just makes the second shot not worth it.
Yeah.
Own, she's far enough right in the gap that she might still be able to go for it, but even a couple feet more to the left and it just pinches it off too much.
Catrina really working the right side, but a nice stable disc. That's going to be way up there. Definitely 3 out of our 4 feature card ladies able to attack. Let's see if Own will be able to.
One thing about this landing zone is it is a little bit sloped. Holyn's far enough where it's not as badly sloped, but she's still going to have that early release that comes from your foot landing just a little bit quicker than your body mechanics are ready for.
Yeah, it's never quite comfortable on this second shot. Own getting aggressive and it pays off. She's going to be in circle 2.
Yeah, she wasn't pinched at all. Missy in the wide open, a crush.
This is still an intimidating dead straight shot, though. That left side of the green is also just tighter than you would like.
Yep.
But that was great.
Catrina also with a smash off the tee.
Holds it right. That needs to get left in a hurry. Maybe not that much of a hurry, though.
Yeah, it sure did. Wow.
All right, roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's safe. Holyn throwing 4 with the OB.
And this is a really good example of the par 3s that they made more difficult. The second shot is almost not quite worth going for it if you're out of position.
The par 4s.
Par 4s. Did I say par 3s? Sorry about that. Yeah. The par 4s, they used to be really attackable, but now it's just like, you're like, do I want to take this risk and get the bogey?
If you're out of position, you end up pitching up on this one, which was not true 2 years ago and beyond.
Yep. Own not quite able to convert on the putt again. Gets a little roll at the end as well.
Missy for another birdie. Ooh, left side ringer to go 2 down.
Missy, one of 5 birdies on hole 7. It played as the 3rd most difficult hole of the day. 41% of the field taking a bogey or worse. 17 OB strokes out of 46 competitors. Oof. Yeah. It's a rough one.
Holyn going to take her first bogey of the round. Hole 8, a nice attackable par 4 at 390 feet. If you have a sidearm, you are loving this hole. You throw a sidearm off the tee. The only thing to really worry about is that one tree on the right side. You want to make sure to go wide of it. Of course, backhand is an option. It's just a little bit harder. I like sidearm personally. Going up the hill, there's more room on the left than the right. You need to watch your angle coming in. There is OB that you can find, but mostly just if you're out of position off of the tee. So first things first, get it in bounds. You don't need to get super far to be able to birdie this. You just need to not be under that one stupid tree
Missy,
or behind it.
Yeah, Missy might be out of position here. Yeah, that OB line comes up super fast on the left side if you're throwing a backhand. It feels risky, even if it's not that risky of a shot. But like Erika said, forehand is the way.
Yeah, if you fade out at all on the backhand, you're toast. I think they made the right side a little bit wider, the OB, around that tree.
Oh, did they?
I think so. Because I threw one over there and was like, oh, look, see this little bubble over here?
Yeah.
I don't remember that being there quite so much.
Catrina getting some pretty unfortunate late kick off that middle tree.
Wow. Holyn blasting through some branches and getting up to, what, 120 feet away maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe closer.
To do that, you kind of have to. That low ceiling is lower than ever. Missy kind of going for it here.
Cool shot.
Yeah.
Wow. She's pumped.
Claim it. So easy to find the OB on the left side. if your disc finishes out. This hill is massive. Oh, it has it on this T sign.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this hill's huge. Catrina, again, I was over there, and it is really difficult to get into the circle from there.
54 feet of elevation change that are mostly on this shot right here.
Yeah, it's funny. This isn't very far, but you find yourself reaching for like a fairway driver.
Yep.
Or more. Even though it's, what, 200 feet? Not even 200 feet.
And it's weird because you can't follow through like normal. You can see Owen almost like follow through backwards, kind of.
Yeah.
It's very weird. You feel very off balance.
Catrina long, look for a par save. And she's having one of those rounds that a lot of us have had out here. That you just stack up the strokes. You're just a little off. It can be really difficult to score.
Missy birdieing again, 1 of 29 today. 63% of the field got this one. It played as the easiest hole of the day.
Love hole 8.
I feel like we're going to see an eagle on this hole, like a purposeful eagle at some point, like during Worlds.
Have we
I can't remember.
seen one?
I can't remember.
I know we've seen some looks. I feel like the year Natalie Ryan won it, she got up there close.
I feel like I could see Henna with a backhand getting way up there too.
That'd be
Holyn
cool.
with that forehand, I think she could push.
If they trim that dang branch, she's got it.
She's got it. Let's wrap up the front 9 with this hole. It's 472 feet, and similar to that other par 3 that's 480 feet, it's just a little out of reach from a lot of the field unless you throw a pretty high risk shot. And the main problem is that you don't quite know what the wind is doing here. There's no flag on the basket. There's no advertisement flag. So you're just kind of guessing. And when you have this much air time on a disc that's a little bit flippier, which is what you need to get all the way there, it can end in disaster.
Yeah, those disasters are early left and late right. Wow, look at this shot from Paige. Ooh,
And
she hits it.
oh, and goes past it.
Wow.
Paige with just the perfect hyzer flip, gets some right turn, and then gets some fade at the end. She gets the full flight and then makes the big putt.
Dream shot and putt to go 5 down on the front 9 with a bogey. Really impressive.
I wonder what she's throwing there. You think that's a fairway driver, a distance driver? It's so hard to tell.
I'm going to guess it was her
Fierce.
drive
Oh, wait, drive. Yeah.
based on nothing but
Or
a feeling.
passion. I don't know.
Missy.
Thrashing.
Gotta find the circle.
Missy's Thrasher is like a cheat code
Yeah.
for this hole. Ooh, I love the nose angle on Own shot here. That is going to finish left, but I believe...
Far enough.
Yeah,
left.
she's far enough past the tree. The one tree.
Yeah. Usually a pretty simple upshot from over there.
Holyn with the Athena again. Just trying to ride the hyzer line the whole way. Not a lot of players have this trick.
Almost no one.
Almost nobody.
Just her?
It was so impressive.
Yeah. Beautiful shot.
Ooh, Catrina trying to work the full flight. Oh man, the wind really playing with it.
Yeah. Wow, a lot just happened. A great shot.
Yeah, so I thought it was a left to right crosswind, but then once I got down there, it felt like a right to left, maybe a little bit of a headwind. But you really just couldn't feel it up on the tee pad.
It felt like mostly a headwind when I went through and turned a lot of my card mates' discs over to the right. And the elevated basket just making it not quite worth it to go for it if you're a little bit short.
Yeah, it drops off behind it.
Holyn with a good angle to attack here. Not able to convert, though.
There were only 4 birdies on hole 9 today, with only 3 people getting to circle 1 in regulation and only 11 to circle 2 in regulation. I think that's more than we've seen in years prior. Oh, no.
Yeah, and you can see why it's risky to go for this one. Missy going to have a big comebacker for her par. Could be worse.
Nice. The uphill one feels a little bit safer. Besides Paige Addison Woodard, she was on my card. She got a circle 2 putt for birdie. Allie Smith and Ellie Midling. Yeah, Allie Smith and Ellie both from circle 1. That's
So good.
That's so cool.
Circle 2 putts on an elevated pin is always pretty freaking cool too. Holyn 4 down, Missy right behind her at 3 through the front 9. Again, the course record is 10, but I do think it's playing several strokes harder this year.
I think so too.
Some more changes on the back. Oh, Paige, yeah, 5 down. Yeah, top 10 or 15 or so, just barely under par. I don't know which 9 is harder. Maybe the back?
I think the back, yeah. I think there's just,
Right?
yeah, I think the back.
Yeah.
There's more hard holes and less birdies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're both hard. Obviously, that's why it's hard to decide. It's also a lot dependent on the wind. And thankfully, like I said at the beginning, this was a bit of a calmer day. But we are facing some windy rounds tomorrow and the next day. So things are going to change. Come hang with us on the back 9 while we get to watch the players play in perfect conditions and more faces from Holyn Handley like that. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
And
Don't forget.
don't you forget, we're so close to 500,000 subscribers on the Jomez YouTube. You can be a part of it. Just hit the button, ding the bell, do the thing. We love you.
So we can stop telling you to do it. Okay, bye.